Okay, everyone, I finally got a proper tripod. Not actually so proper, but it works. So yeah, today I'm doing a post banlist I'm doing a post banlist deck profile. I guess it's post banlist. Let's check it out real quick. The banlist dropped. It hit me hard. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a post banlist deck profile. I did one before the banlist. Then a few days later, the banlist dropped. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna start with the main deck, then let's see, I'm slowly gonna go to the side and then finally extra deck. So first of all, main deck. Let's start with main deck. In the main deck we have double M-Pen. M-Pen is the boss monster of Floowandereeze cards. So like when you're doing your combo, yes, Floowandereeze has a combo. When you're doing your combo, you want to leave M-Pen in the end board. If you're going first, you especially want to do it if you're going first. If not, you can leave something else, but if you're going first, you should leave an M-Pen in your end board. Okay, let's move on. Then we have a copy of Ryza, the Mega Monarch. This is a disruption. Also, if you're gonna summon it in your turn, you can also use it as a board clear. So I should explain what cards do, or no. So the Floowandereeze cards can normal summon even during your opponent's turn. So you can like summon Ryza during your opponent's turn is pretty easy. You can summon it to disrupt your opponent's play. Also, it's a big body. Also, as I said, you can use it in your turn as a board clear. Yeah, pretty good card. Then we have again a single copy of Mist Valley Apex Avian. This card is a free negate. Also, it's really easy to summon. Also, it's not once per turn. So also it gets back to your hand instead of getting banished or going to the graveyard, so that's real good too. So what this card does is once per chain, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return this to hand. Well, actually it says return a Mist Valley card to hand, but this counts too. Then negate the activation, then destroy that card. So this card is really good. It's a free negate and really easy to summon. And if you summon it during your turn, let's say you negated something, like let's say you summoned it, then past turn, then your opponent, during your opponent's turn, they activate something, you can negate it. Then when it gets back to your hand, with like something like map or Dreaming Town, you can summon it again. So it's really good, but it's only one copy. Then we get, let's see here, where's the other one? There you go. Then we get triple dimension shifter. This card is one of the few reasons why Flu is hated. This is a floodgate hand trap. What it does is, if you have no cards in your graveyard, you can send this card to your graveyard from your hand in a quick effect speed. Until the end of the next turn, every card sent to the graveyard gets banished, so this card literally shuts down decks that play with the graveyard. This card single-handedly shuts down Tearlaments. We play it at triple copies. Then we get the most hated card in this deck, and that is Barrier Statue. I played it at 1. Well, I know I said post banlist, but I don't have the card that I'll replace this with yet, so I'm doing it. It's February 10th. There's 3 days until the banlist gets effective. So yeah, I'm using it now, but after the banlist gets effective, I'm gonna play Floowandereeze and the Scary Sea instead of it. I'll replace this with the Floowandereeze and the Scary Sea card. That's a good card too. So this card, pretty good card, locks your opponent out of special summoning except for wind monsters. Well, locks you too, but these birds don't like special summoning. So yeah, pretty good card, but it's kind of weak. But like, it literally skips your opponent's battle phase. So like, if your opponent doesn't have a spell trap that can destroy this, they just normal summon a monster with more than 1k attack, then go to battle phase, destroy this, then continue their play on the main phase too. Literally skipping their battle phase. Real good card. Now we go over to the small birds. First place we got a triple copy Floowandereeze and Eggland. This is one of the key Floowandereeze cards. This should be a triple copy in every single Floowandereeze deck. What this card does is, it searches when it's normal summon, not when, if it's normal summon, so it can't miss timing either. Really good. If it's normal summoned, you can search a level 7 or higher winged beast from your deck. Literally every single big bird it can search. It can search all the Empens, Ryza, Mist Valley. It can search every bird, big bird. So yeah, pretty good card, really good. Should be a 3 copy in every single Floowandereeze deck. It's Floowandereeze egg. Now, the next small bird. This is a single copy. We have Floowandereeze and Stri. What this card does is, if it's normal summoned, it banishes a card from either graveyard. Then, the thing with all Floowandereeze birds, small, big, doesn't matter. After they resolve their effect, they give you immediate normal summon. That's what they have in common. So yeah, after that effect resolves, it gives you a normal summon. Eggland does the same thing too. After you search the card, it gives you a free normal summon. Immediate normal summon. Also, they all have normal summon effects. So yeah, pretty good card. Like, not the best, but not the worst either. Also free normal summon. Yeah, Stri, good card. Then we go back to the triple copies. We have, where's the third? There we go. We have triple copies of Floowandereeze and Robina. This is the main card in this deck. Floowandereeze and Robina. You normal summon, you basically win the game. What it does is, when it's normal summoned, it searches. If it's normal summoned, it searches you at level 4 or lower winged beast. So it searches you all the small birds, it searches you eggplant, it searches you, most importantly, it searches you wind statue. So yeah, again, pretty good card, and again, should be 3 in every single Floowandereeze deck. Robina. Then we had 1 copy. We got Floowandereeze and Toucan. This, like, compared to all the other cards, this is the worst, but still it has a good effect. If it's normal summon, you can target one of your banished Floowandereeze cards, not only monsters cards, and then add it to your hand. Then immediately after that effect resolves, normal summon. Robina gives you immediate normal summon after you add your card from your deck. So yeah, not the worst, not the, I mean, it's not that good, because the Floowandereeze monsters come back to your hand. Oh yeah, there's that thing too. If the small Floowandereeze birds leave the field, they get banished instead, and they have another effect where if a winged beast monster is normal summoned to your field while that small bird is banished, you can add the small birds back to your hand. That's what they have in common. Yeah. So, like, you won't be resolving this card's effect, because even though you banish Floowandereeze monsters, like, they can easily come back to your hand by just a single normal summon of a winged beast monster. But if you banish like spell traps, you can use Toucan to pick them up. Still not good, but not bad either. Then we have a few monsters left on the deck. We got DD Crow, Winged Beast, real good hand trap. Like, it's underrated, really. Then of course one of the best hand traps in the game, Drone Luckbird. This basically shuts down most decks in the current meta. We play 1 single copy of both of them, because that's what I can afford. Then we go over to the spells and traps. First of all, I play triple copies of Pot of Extravagance. This deck doesn't use extra deck at all, so you can use your extra deck as a resource, as you see here with Pot of Extravagance. Pot of Extravagance is basically a free draw too. You can banish 6 cards and you won't be losing anything, because you ain't using your extra deck. So it's basically a free draw too, but you should be careful when to activate it. It should be the first thing you should activate in your turn. Main phase 1. Yeah. Triple Extravagance. Then we go one of the strongest cards in the game. Dark Ruler No More, and it's a triple copy, Dark Ruler No More. One of the strongest cards. Only downside is your opponent does not take any damage for the rest of the turn, but basically shuts down your opponent's monsters for free. Also, your opponent cannot respond to it. That's another upside. As I said, the only downside is your opponent does not take any damage, but I don't think it counts as a downside, because like, since your opponent's monsters doesn't work, like, you can easily remove them with something like Ryza or something, or simply destroy them with battle. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something, but nah, it's not that important. I was gonna tell you the effect of Empen, but I don't think it matters. Then we go at Terraforming. Terraforming is basically a free field spell. It's limited to 1 currently, but yeah, Floowandereeze field spell is really good. I'm gonna come to it. Not like that come. I'm gonna be talking about it in just a few minutes. Then we go triple duality. Again, you won't be losing anything with duality, because like it has a downside where you can't special summon the turn you activate that card, but you don't special summon at all. So it's just like, again, a free card search. Yeah, pretty good. You can play Prosperity too, but first of all, it's too expensive, so I can't afford it. Secondly, I think looking at 6 cards and picking only one isn't worth it for that cost. So like, you can use that cost in order to draw 2 with Extravagance. They both make you pay the same cost, banish 3 or 6 from your extra deck. But I think Extravagance gives you more instead of Prosperity. Then we go one of the best cards. I'm not joking. We go triple Book of Moon. This has many uses. You can even use it on your cards. Let's say you normal summoned Robina, right? And you activate Robina's effect in order to search a low for lower. Then your opponent activates Imperm through Robina to negate it. You can just activate Book of Moon to turn your Robina face down, and Imperm wouldn't work on Robina anymore because Imperm says face up. Then you'll be able to resolve Robina that way. Or, like everyone does, you can just use this to disrupt your opponent's place, like turn their monsters face down to prevent your opponent from using them as material. Really good card. I played at 3 copies. You can play like the older brother too. Let me find it really quick. You can play this one too, but I like Book of Moon because it's free, no cost. The other one makes you discard 1 card. Then we play, of course, Called by the Grave. Well, you can protect your Robina from Imperm with Book of Moon, but Book of Moon doesn't protect your Robina from Ash. So yeah, Called by the Grave is a great option for Ash. Great negate for Ash. But it's currently limited to 1, but it doesn't matter. Play that max copy. Then we have triple Chalice. Well, it's originally Imperm, but it's really expensive, so I went with the budget version. Chalice, it does the same thing, except you can't activate it during your opponent's turn. But yeah, it pretty much does the same thing. Yeah, triple Chalice, but if you can afford it, get triple Chalice. I mean, get triple Imperm if you can afford it. If you can't, pick up triple Chalice. If you can afford it, pick up triple Imperm. Then we go to Unexplored Winds. This is one of the best ways to remove your opponent's monsters from the field. You simply tribute it with this. Also, you can get rid of unwanted winged beasts from your hand in order to draw some more fresh cards. Really good card. Then we have a few cards left in our deck, and that is, of course, Floowandereeze, magnificent map. This is one of the best Floowandereeze cards. Lets you basically search any small bird. Like, you banish it with this, then normal summon the revealed monster, then the banished bird basically comes back to your hand, so that's a free search. Really good card. Then the last card in the main deck, you have a Dreaming Town. Really good card. Like, you can normal summon during your opponent's turn to go for Ryza to disrupt their plays. Really good card. But I played that one. Now we have a side deck. For a side deck, I just placed a divided token. We have a Solemn Strike. Sometimes my hands become real breaky and I can't do anything to stop my opponent, so I play one. We got Dark Seymour. This basically shuts down trap tricks decks or something, I don't know. Your opponent cannot set cards. This card prevents it. And I play a Snow. Snow is not good in main deck, but maybe you can try it to make it good. It's a big body, but I don't know, I never tried it personally myself. Then the extra deck, no need to speak of the extra deck. Put whatever you want in it. Just make sure it's 15 cards. I play a Morph Trunk, Earphone, Arlefian Manifestation, Chill Metal Marsher, Time Lord, Gaia, this, Beatrice, Lurlusk, Borload, Elemental Hero, Velsker. Yeah, just play whatever you want in the extra deck. Just make sure that it is 15 cards. And yeah, this is basically my Floowandereeze deck. Just a few notes before I end the video. If you can afford it, put some more expensive hand traps instead of Drone Lockbird. Like, put double Ash instead of Drone Lockbird if you can afford it. Also, in a few days I'll be buying triple Veiler. Again, going for cheap. I can't afford Ash, but I'm not gonna switch anything off. You can just buy like, if you want to keep the deck at 40, just remove 40 cards. Just remove Droll, Lockbird, and DD Crow and place 2 Ash. If you don't, just buy triple Ash and place them. That's what I'll do, but with Veiler. I'll buy triple Veiler and put them in the deck. Well, the thing with Veiler is it doesn't work under Dimension Shifter, so that's why Ash is better, but I can't afford Ash. So what I will do is I'll check my opponent's deck. If it focuses on Graveyard, I'll just screw Veiler, then activate Shifter. If it doesn't, if my opponent doesn't play with the Graveyard, I'll just screw Shifter and activate Veiler. So yeah. Also, as I said before, I'm gonna, when the banlist gets effective, I'm gonna take Bearer Statue out and place Floowandereeze counter trap, the Floowandereeze the Scary Sea, because it's a really good. Like, people that say it's not good and stuff, but I personally think it's really good, because like, it stops your opponent from special summon for the rest of the turn if they special summon a monster. So yeah, it's pretty good. This is my Floowandereeze deck profile. Thank you for watching, and as I'll see you later.